What is up, everybody? It's Sam, and we are back with another episode of Pessimistic at Best, the podcast. And I have returning guest, friend of the pod, Devonte. How are you?
Oh, I am doing so good.
It's been a great Sunday. Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day, always.
We're having spaghettis, but we're having fall spaghettis. What's your review so far?
Honestly, I'm going to have to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is better than the actual spaghetti.
Okay.
Fill them in on what you put in it.
Yeah, so normal spaghettis, if you're familiar, drink of the summer. You drink a little bit of your High Life. I think you could probably make it with other beers, but I think it would be best with the champagne of beers.
You need the champagne of beers.
And you basically like drink it down through the neck, and then you typically fill it with Aperol and a little lemon juice. But we saw a recipe for a fall spaghetti, and you add in, well, I swapped out Aperol for Campari just to have a little bit of a more bitter taste, balance it out. But then you also add apple cider. And I think technically speaking, you're supposed to put in like a sprig of rosemary, but we can only be so fancy on a Sunday.
I don't think I would like that right here, right now.
Yeah. But it does have like a nice little fall flavor.
Yeah. It's got that, like that Campari really hits onto the bitters, but the apple cider really brings it through.
Absolutely.
Like it really calms it. And like Sam said, you need the champagne of beers.
Yeah.
You can't do like a bush latte.
No.
I'm calling 911.
That would be disrespectful. Yeah. Right. Citizen's arrest. Something's up. Well, and I feel like I need to start thinking about how I can make a winter spaghetti.
I don't.
Peppermint.
Maybe you could do the Samuel Lager or whatever.
Oh.
Sam Adams.
Yeah.
Sam Adams.
Okay.
They have like a winter lager.
I see that. Okay.
I don't know if doing peppermint in that would
right.
taste
The best.
the best. Refreshing.
Yeah. All of a sudden it's like, what's that peppermint? Yeah, we put a little peppermint schnapps in there. Oh my God, that'd be crazy.
I think I would be deceased
No,
after
totally.
one.
I think so too.
But honestly, peppermint schnapps, now that we're on that topic, phenomenal.
No, it's so good.
You've got to make sure that it's chilled though.
Okay, yeah.
You can't, don't give it to anyone room temperature.
Right.
It's not
Treat
gonna-
you and your loved ones with respect.
Yes. Respect, kindness, care, love.
Okay, well, what is your take on, now that we're in November, are you team we're moving straight to Christmas?
Oh, God. Yes, unfortunately.
Kind of same.
Because what else is there? Like,
I know.
Thanksgiving. There's no like tunes for Thanksgiving.
There's really not. You can only play the like Charlie Brown Thanksgiving song so many times.
Yeah, before you start to go a little insane.
Yeah.
And honestly, once Mariah Carey released her little video on November 1st,
Right.
I think
She's setting the stage.
we have to.
We have to listen to
Like,
the Queen of Christmas.
spoke.
Yeah.
She said, "It's my time now."
Yeah,
And I really have to respect how she chases that bag.
she really does.
She doesn't play about that bag
No,
at
she doesn't.
all.
I think I saw a statistic on how much money that song makes her every fucking year. It's amazing.
It's astonishing.
Yeah. I love that for her.
If I could make one song
Yes.
and it's played for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
and all I have to do is make one commercial
I know.
playing that one song, and I just
She's
made
got it made.
$5 to $10 million.
She's literally a genius.
Yeah, I'm
I
tapping
know.
in.
There was one bar in Madison, like one of the college bars we would go to, the W, for those who are familiar. And All I Want for Christmas Is You was on the Touch Tunes, and it would get played all year round. Like literally it'd be like Christmas in July, and we've got Mariah Carey on the Touch Tunes. It was crazy, and I was like,
Top
I'm happy for
song
her.
played here.
Literally. But yeah, she's really doing wonders. I feel like she decides when it's Christmas, and we all have to listen.
Yeah. So to answer your question, I guess it's Christmas now.
Yeah. I heard it's going to be a nasty winter.
That's what the meteorologists have been saying, but they've been wrong in the past.
That's
so I'm hoping they're wrong here.
I haven't really experienced a bad Chicago winter yet.
I don't think I have either, actually.
Yeah.
And I've been here since 2021.
Okay. Yeah, I was 2022. You've only been here a year more than me? Okay.
Because the 2020 during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
I graduated and thought it was going to be a great grand old deal to move to Seattle.
Okay, yes, I remember
And
that
that's
part
when
of
I
your
did my
lore.
little Seattle stint.
Yes, absolutely.
Which, don't do it.
No.
Don't. Like, it's so pretty to visit.
I
Like,
agree. I've only been once. It was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I did realize that they have a very different drinking culture than we do in the Midwest.
Yes.
Which-
And they have a different, just like waking up culture too.
Okay, totally.
Like they'll wake up at like the
They're
ass
up.
crack of dawn.
Yeah.
They're like on a little walk. All coffee shops open at 5 a.m., which I kind of miss about
Sure.
that.
Ours are like, 9.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you already started work. That's too bad.
We haven't. We're not ready for you.
But the people, they've all known each other since they came out the womb.
Okay.
Like,
people stay.
So there's this saying there. It's called the Seattle Freeze.
Okay. Oh, I have not heard of this.
Before I moved there, I actually did do a little research, believe it or not. Just a little bit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was one of the statistics that I read was that a lot of people that come in, they experience what they call as the Seattle Freeze, where
Okay.
the people that have already been living there for X amount of years since the womb
Right.
don't really take well to newcomers
Oh,
to their
interesting.
city.
So in the sense that they are cold
Yes.
towards you.
Yes.
Okay.
And I
You
thought
can
it was
attest.
going to be fake. I was like, I am so outgoing. Like, that's not going to happen to me. No. Oh my God.
Oh.
These people would look at me. Like, I would like try to talk to them and they would just look at me.
Oh my
and
God.
just not say anything.
That was so
And I'm
rude.
like, oh,
Hi.
never mind.
Yeah.
I'll go.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
So that was like really difficult.
Yeah.
To navigate. Plus, it was still COVID time
Right.
and the unrest of BLM and everything that was going on during that time frame.
Yeah.
So Seattle was just a zoo.
Okay.
It was wild
That
all the
makes
time.
sense. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it is. Well, I've always thought Seattle was so pretty. When I visited, it almost felt it was the greenest urban city I think I had ever seen.
Yeah.
It was so nice. But yeah, for me, I was like, we tried. It doesn't seem like the nightlife is quite as active, which isn't necessarily a deal breaker, but I am a Wisconsin girl. I love to drink. And I remember James and I went to like a little vintage like thrift market and it was outside and, you know, I'm shopping around and I was like, all right, I bought some things. Now I'm ready to have a beer.
Have a beer.
Duh. And I went around to all of the different like stands with food and beverage and it was like green smoothie. You know, you can get your like little quinoa salad.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, where's the beer? What's going on
Where's
here?
the carbs?
Yeah.
I don't see one.
No. So that was interesting.
They are very health conscious
Yeah.
there. Like that was when I lived there, that was the lowest I've been like weight wise.
Okay.
But I will say I was the like most unhappy there.
Yeah.
But it's because they eat very clean. You also have the market that's right there in
Yeah.
Belltown.
Yeah.
Which is super cool.
Pike's
Place
yeah.
Market. Super cool, super pretty.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah.
And you get fresh everything.
Sure. Yeah, that's nice.
So in that sense, it's really cool. But yes, nightlife, non-existent.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. Well, then James and I went to a show. We got tickets to a Haim concert while we were there.
Okay.
And I love those fucking girls. And I was so excited. And we went and it was one of those places like you had to like lock your bag outside or something in like a locker. Couldn't bring anything
Because
in.
of phones.
Yeah. And so we got inside and then James was like, fuck, like I don't have my ID. And we were like, well, we already locked our bag. It's no reentry. And so we were like, okay. The way that they had like it wasn't like our concert venues here where you just grab a beer and you mingle with all of the non-drinkers.
Yeah.
You can just all be in one area. The drinking section was roped off. And if you were going to get a drink, you had to stay in the roped off
No
area
way.
until you finished your beverage. And I was like, okay, so James can't even be in here with me. So if I go get a drink, I'm going to
You're
be
gonna be
alone in this roped off section. Like, what the fuck? It was so crazy.
Why would they?
Beats me.
That's really confusing.
I know.
Unless it was one of those. Unless they were promoting like
no
sobriety or something.
I'm guessing
like
the
that?
venue didn't have like an alcohol like a liquor license.
So they could only sell like on the like outside premises
Yeah.
or whatever.
But it was so bizarre.
That's-
And then like James was like, I can show you a picture. And they're like, no,
Oh.
absolutely not. Not going to fly here.
Sorry, pal.
Well, and
Pack it up.
there were even places where I think we got in trouble because we had like vertical IDs,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was a new thing that I learned you can't have anymore.
Which is confusing because, I mean, when
They take it in Wisconsin.
When you go get your license,
Yeah.
and you have it until 2026, and
Yeah.
you got it when you're 16, what the hell are you supposed to do?
I know. Like, I didn't know I was just had to change it out.
Yeah. Why am I going to go spend
Just make it expire.
$50?
Yeah. So true.
No, I'm going to wait till it expires.
Yeah. So, not that drinking is all there is,
Yeah.
but I was just
there's,
like,
there's more to do, I promise.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun.
oh, it's like literally so fun.
But back to Chicago winter, yes, I'm terrified.
I know, same.
And the wind is no joke
Yeah.
with the snow.
I feel like for me, the fact that I don't have to drive here, like I don't have a car, makes winter a little bit less scary, but it's still not fun to go outside.
Yeah, but you have to like wait for a bus.
Right.
And then you got to get ghosted by said bus.
No, literally not to be trusted.
Not to be trusted ever. When it says 15 minutes,
I know.
it could be 3.
Yeah, right.
Or it could be 20.
That's just so stressful. I know. It's like this is just all a guessing game.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and then when you rely on something like that for like actually making it to something where you do have to be on time, an appointment or something along these lines, I'm like, this is not reliable. This is not safe.
No, it's not reliable at all.
No.
I mean, I was supposed to be here at noon.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I pulled up at 12:20.
Well, I am one of those people who you can always be late to my house.
I am such a punctual person.
Are
that
you?
I was having like an anxiety attack as I was sitting on that bus.
I admire
Because
people
we
who
were
are punctual.
moving so slow.
Yeah.
I was like, hello, drive the bus.
Step on that fucking gas pedal, girl.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But there was this cute little toddler that she
Oh.
would like look at me and I would like smile at her a little bit and she would like
Oh,
move her head and like start giggling.
you made a friend
I'm
on
like,
the
"Oh,
bus.
hey, sister. But you know what they say? If a toddler looks at you and smiles, that means you're not ugly.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm not ugly.
Look at you.
So I'm very happy to uncover that.
Wait, that makes total sense.
Yeah, because babies are ruthless.
Honest.
They will
Yeah.
look at you and be like,
Ah, yeah. Scary.
oh my God.
Okay, yeah. That's a good confidence booster.
Huge.
Totally.
The fact that a toddler gave me a confidence booster is insane.
Yeah. Listen, we got to get it where we got it these days. No, but yeah, I feel like I've definitely become a bus girl because I'm really only ever trying to get from west to east.
Yeah.
And so I don't need to go downtown all that often.
So do you take the 73?
She's my trusty old girl. I feel like for the most part, the 73 sticks to the time that it says.
Yeah.
But then I feel like I'm either getting on like the 50 or the 8 or the 9. And those ones I can't trust as
those ones are
much.
never.
What's up with that?
You know, I've tried to understand like the bus situation.
Yeah.
Like there's this TikToker out there that does a phenomenal job at explaining like there's like bus bunching and then
Oh.
there's bus ghosting.
Okay.
So bunching is when there's 2 consecutive buses.
Sure.
And not the 9 is like really bad at that
Mm-hmm.
when suddenly you see 3 buses
I
coming
know. I
your
feel
way.
like that
You're
happens all
"What
the time.
hell?"
Plus, isn't there like also a 9 Express or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
the X9.
Yeah.
And that
X9.
the X9 that runs during like rush hour.
Okay.
times. And it splits the time in half or something.
Because it just makes fewer stops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I love when there's like such a niche thing on TikTok. Like, I'm going to get on here. I'm going to get on this platform and I'm going to talk about the motherfucking bus. I love it.
And it needs to be talked about
It
because
does. There's a lot to say.
there's a lot to say.
Yeah.
Like I could go on for years about how the bus is so unreliable
I know.
and so many people rely on it
Yeah.
to get from
Especially
point
in
A
this
to
city.
point B
Yeah.
or to get from point A to point Z.
Yeah.
Like there's so much that goes on in the city and we all
Yeah.
need something.
Well, especially like it is crazy to me that Chicago's train system is like the second best in the United States next to New York. And I'm like, to be honest, it's garbage.
Yes. like, where's the infrastructure?
I know.
It really confuses me how, like, we put money in places where we don't really need to be putting money in.
For sure.
Then when it comes to infrastructure, we're like, oh, we're okay.
Yeah. No, America is addicted to having bad infrastructure.
Yes. They're also addicted to, like, individuality.
Yeah, so true.
Like, I need people to start to be more aware.
Yeah, please. We're begging.
Please.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be walking on the sidewalk and have to, like, go into the grass because there's 3 humans walking towards
Right.
me.
You see me. I see you. Move. Yeah. That shit pisses me off. I feel like now that I don't drive as much anymore, I have sidewalk road rage.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And the people that walk so slow.
Yeah.
And there's
I'm
3
glad
of
that you are having a calm, leisurely day.
I
but
got places
move.
to be.
Literally scoot over.
I'm the epitome of a gay walker.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I can make that mile in like 10, 15.
Absolutely. We got pep in the step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got places to be, people to see.
No, seriously. I know. It is crazy. I feel like upon moving here, I expected to take the trains a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I was when I was working downtown. I feel like that was, relatively easy, and I enjoyed the commute. But I feel like I did not prepare myself for how much money I was going to be spending on Ubers.
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad.
And especially like at night, because
Yeah.
unfortunately it's not safe out here.
It really isn't.
For anyone, but especially women.
Yeah.
And especially on the trains.
Yeah. I will always pay to Uber home at
I
night.
always say to my friends to just Uber home.
Yeah. It's worth the cost.
And I used to be the person to go on the train at like 2, 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And the things that I saw,
I know.
oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Like, what the
No, totally.
Gotham.
Yeah, right. Things that would really shock you.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
So don't do it.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
It's
not
never
worth
worth it. No.
Go walk.
Yeah, literally safer.
You're safer.
Yeah, I
And-
agree. Well, right, it depends. It depends. I know, and I have the Citizen app, which is both a blessing and a
That's a
curse.
curse.
Yeah.
Delete it.
I'm like, I don't really want an ignorance is bliss.
Yes, it is, because when I did have it, I was always on it.
Oh my God, and I'm
I was like 300
okay, I'm
feet.
scared to leave my house. Yeah, literally.
700 feet.
Yeah. Okay, next door.
Or you're like walking and suddenly it's like 0.1 miles away, someone got stabbed.
Yeah.
So you're looking around, you're like,
What the fuck?
did you stab that person?
Yeah, right.
Did you?
Yeah, no, literally. Could be any of us.
Who reported this?
Yeah. Well, now they did this insane thing where they added emojis to all of the crimes. So it'll be like assault 500 feet away, and then it'll have like a fist, like a punch. I'm like, what the? Who thought this was a good idea? It's crazy.
I think the funniest thing about that app is that when the crime is like told,
Yeah.
you can go live. It's
No,
like,
I know, it's crazy.
it's like, please go live. Your neighbors are like
counting on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
no,
some
I don't.
vigilante, like.
I don't think I should go live.
No, I don't think so either. Absolutely not. And then it is so funny because you can tell some people are on there and they love
They
that shit.
love it.
Yeah. They're just waiting for the next opportunity to be called up
Honestly,
to duty.
that's like the neighborhood watches.
Yeah.
Speaking of neighborhood watches, I keep getting emails from my community, like neighborhood watch. I don't know how they got my email. I'm really trying to figure out how they got my email.
Yeah.
Whether like my landlord told them, but like
Right.
a neighborhood watch keeps inviting me to be a part of their watch.
They want you to participate.
What am I going to watch?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm busy.
First off, I'm on the 3rd floor of a walk up.
Right.
My windows face the alley.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And let me tell you, there ain't nothing happening in the alley.
No. No. Yeah, I feel like is that always a volunteer system? I suppose.
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think they can be like, well, you have to join this. Or,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or you're getting evicted.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're part of like one of those.
Sure, like an HOA or something.
Yeah. I'm sure an HOA probably has some type of vigilante
Right.
BS.
Yeah. And that's why we're not homeowners.
Yeah. I'm pro mind your business.
No, same.
Mind your business.
I'm trying to mind mine.
Unless it's like, unless I really hear someone scream help.
Yeah. And even then, you know what? I'm gonna mind my business from up here. I will say something to someone, but I'm staying up here. I'm not going live.
Yeah, I'm not going live.
No.
I'll call someone.
Yeah.
But I won't be at that window.
No.
With my camera towards. What is that gonna do?
I know. Also, that's just like, who is that assisting in this moment? I feel like that's also putting a target on your back. Like, yes. I don't know.
Because they could easily go back,
100%.
Look at Citizen and be like,
okay,
that apartment right there.
Yeah.
I know. I'm going to get them.
I do love that on Citizen app when the crimes are just completely absurd. Like I saw one the other day. There's always shit going down at Humboldt Park. And I saw a crime reported the other day that was something along the lines of like couple trying to steal geese from Humboldt Park. And I was like, this fucking
They're
city.
Just chasing geese.
Yeah. Like, what are they doing? Snatching them up?
And I'm sorry, if you're snatching up geese, you need to be put in prison.
No,
because what are you on?
No, right.
How are you getting past those teeth?
Yeah, I know. Geese are so scary.
They're scary.
I think they're actually terrifying.
When I found out that they have those like razor sharp teeth.
This is new information for me.
I think. Don't quote me. Okay. But like one of my acquaintances in high school got his shorts shredded by a goose because he got too close and that goose fucked him up.
Oh my God.
Like shredded shorts and everything.
I've heard they're very aggressive.
So I think they have teeth. I need to verify this right here right now.
Well, there was always this area that I would like run past on like some of my routes that I would usually take in Madison.
Okay, I lied.
And they don't have teeth.
No. No teeth.
Well, listen, maybe a beak could do some damage.
Wait. They do have structures that look and function like teeth.
Okay, so what the hell are they?
They are called tomia.
Duh.
These cartilage-based protrusions are also known as geese teeth. They are located along the tongue and on the bill.
Along the tongue?
Yes. That's how they... Oh, some geese have barbs on the back of their tongue to prevent regurgitation as well.
Oh, I need one of those.
Are we a puker?
It depends on how much I drank.
The holiday party?
Yeah, whoops. We got to watch ourselves this year. Ruth says I didn't throw up on myself, but I really think that I did.
Oh.
I remember taking a tequila shot it not sitting quite right.
I'm going to believe Ruth.
You think?
I'm going to pray.
My dress was also a rental, so.
Oh. I mean, if you didn't get charged for like a cleaning fee.
Yeah.
You didn't throw up on yourself.
Maybe it's more of just like a spit up.
They would have charged you.
I think so too.
They probably would have charged you the cost of the dress.
Yeah.
They probably would have sent it back, actually.
I think it was Rent the Runway. You already know that shit was going to be expensive.
You get a package back.
Right.
And it's the dress.
Right. And they're like, and you owe us hundreds of dollars.
Invoice.
Yeah. We don't want it.
Couldn't touch.
Yeah. You keep that. It's like biohazard team.
I used to work in like female retail store, like Ann Taylor, Loft.
Okay, yeah.
And I will say some of the returns that you would receive.
Yeah. People are fucking those clothes up and being like, so do you guys want this back?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so actually they have to say yes.
I know.
Like you have to get that, like
we had a similar policy at the bookstore. I worked at the UW bookstore.
Okay, yep.
And I worked mostly in the retail section. So yeah, like, collegiate merchandise. And the craziest things would be sent back to us. Like a knit hat that's been completely unwoven. And they're like, here you go. I'm like, well, how did you manage
I don't know.
to take this entire hat apart?
Yeah,
No.
There were some returns that I legitimately had to just throw it away.
Right, immediately into the
because
garbage.
it was just not able to be put back on the shelf.
Yeah.
Per se.
We actually had, working in retail is so crazy. We had this one man it took us forever to catch him. And I thought it was interesting because I kept seeing him coming in and returning things. And I never saw him buy anything.
Oh.
And he was pulling receipts out of our garbage.
And then matching the item in store. Actually, that's kind of...
No, like I was like, you're literally a genius.
Smart.
I was like, we have to give this man credit where credit is due.
He should run his own scamming 101 school.
Yes.
Because what?
I know. I was like, that's crazy.
In high school, when I worked at Subway,
Yeah, classic.
they did have a reward system.
Yep.
And I would reprint those receipts and beat the person to it.
Well,
I would take their points.
Absolutely. And you're so smart for that.
You know what? I knew they weren't going to put those points in.
Absolutely. Sometimes you just need to trick the system.
Sorry.
Got to get what's yours.
I needed it.
Yeah. James also worked at, he was a Jimmy John's. He was a Freaky Fast delivery driver.
Fast.
Mm-hmm. I had a lot of friends in the sub sandwich business.
You know, I hated working at Subway.
Yeah.
Because you would come out of there smelling like that bread.
I know. We actually, the bookstore was on top of a Subway.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And so we smelled like that too. And I was like, I'm not even touching this stuff. Yeah. Subway I haven't had Subway in years.
I am still a Subway girly through and through.
Are you?
I am.
I would not have pegged you for a Subway girl.
It's mainly because I worked at the Subway.
Brand
and so
loyalty.
I know exactly what to get, how to get it.
Yeah.
So my sandwich.
I love it. Let's go.
I am. Okay, don't judge me. But I am a foot long on Italian herb and cheese.
Okay.
With tuna.
Okay, you're losing me.
I know. I just lost a lot of people. But their tuna is actually like fresh. That's the only thing that is truly like actually good, decent.
Yeah.
They do put too much mayo in it. Let me tell you that.
Right.
Anywho, pepper jack cheese.
Okay.
Before you toast it, though, you want to throw on some of those peppers. You want to get them green peppers, the jalapenos, banana peppers.
Okay. Yes.
And then you toast it.
Okay.
And then you layer on your toppings. Boom, pow.
Okay. I could be open to giving it a whirl.
Yeah, you should. I don't know what it is about. I just like tuna. I like a tuna melt. Oh.
Yeah, I can get down with the tuna melt. Tuna reminds me of our dear friend Sophia. Sophia uses that girl. That girl loves her tuna. Yeah. She sure does. I feel like my sub sandwich orders are always like more of your standard issue, like, you know, cold cut,
like a turkey.
Yeah. I'm a turkey tom girl or sometimes I get a Pepe, but a Pepe at the Jimmy John's. And I recently found out that you can get a Little John. So it's like a little mini sub, and it's the perfect size for me because otherwise I usually will have to put some of my sub in the fridge. Mm-hmm. And when I do that, the tomato seeps too far into the sandwich.
I can't save.
Leftover subs are not it.
I can't.
No, like why is it all moist?
It's soggy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like I think about like like a hoagie, like with those Italian subs.
Yeah.
And people that dip their sub in the juice.
Yeah.
How are you eating soggy bread?
My mom's into that, like the au jus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I get
on her roast beef sandwich.
I get weirded out.
Yeah.
Because why is this bread soggy?
No, I know. I'm not down with that either. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. Yeah. I used to be Emilio's girl.
Who?
Emilio's. Is that a Wisconsin only sub sandwich chain?
I've never heard of that in my life.
Really?
Emilio's, like Emilio.
It's just with an M. Emilio's.
Emilio's.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like a
Emilio.
Name. Emilio. I was like, oh, that sounds cute.
And I always thought that they were better than Subway. No offense,
you know,
to your culture. But now I'm kind of a Jimmy John's girl. And I also used to do Herberts and Gerberts. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have to get you to experience some new subs.
I don't branch out that much.
Understand.
I had Potbelly for the first time like last year.
Okay. Yeah, Potbelly. We had one of those on State Street in Madison, so it was kind of like if you needed a sandwich, it was a good option. I
also grew up in a household where it was why are we getting like sandwiches when we can make that at home? Yeah.
I feel like I treat it a little bit that way now. I'm less likely to order a sandwich out because I'm like, that is something I can make. However,
quarter pounder with cheese.
Can't make that.
That one. Yeah. Gotta go to McDonald's for that one.
Yes, but at your own risk at this point.
Yes. You could You get E. coli,
Right.
or you
could have a delicious
just
wonderful
have a delicious meal.
And it's really 50-50 these days.
Like when I
know.
went to when I was traveling like a week or two ago, I stopped in and I got some McDonald's. But my go-to order is always like a McDouble, just
Okay.
off value menu,
Absolutely.
through and through. Even when it's on the company dime.
We're
I don't
being
know
fiscally
why.
responsible.
Well, in their policy, it does say spend this money like it's your own money. So I guess like I was
Right. We're sticking to our spending habits.
to our spending habits.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to worry about getting E. coli from that, thankfully.
Yeah.
But that does come the question:
Uh-huh.
where?
I am
The
sort
onions.
of. I know I'm hating
Because
that
there's
it's
onions
just
on the McDoubles.
Yeah.
Why are the onions on the quarter pounder
the only problem. And that is giving prepackaged meal, which I really don't want to think about
Like
too
it
hard.
really is giving. Like they throw that in the microwave and they're like, "Here you go."
Oh my god, that's so sad.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sorry.
really ruining a good thing for me.
Everything's coming to light. It's
I know.
really hurting me.
Sophia said that was one of my uncharacteristic characteristics is that I order a quarter pounder with cheese as my go-to drunk McDonald's.
Honestly, that is very uncharacteristic, but characteristically.
Yeah.
Because why a quarter pounder with cheese?
I don't know.
What are you doing with a quarter pounder?
I know, like a quarter pounder of, I don't need a quarter pound of McDonald's beef in my stomach. I really don't, but
Before you go to bed.
yeah, right. Crazy. And it doesn't stop there. I get a quarter pounder with cheese, a large fry, a large Diet Coke, 2 cookies, and a 4-piece chicken nuggets.
Sam.
Because we're trying to suck it all up.
She said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's not just a quarter pounder with cheese.
No.
I don't know what it is. I think because I'm getting older, but those fries are way too salty for me now.
Oh, I love it. I'm a salty girl, though. I really crave.
I feel like my arteries are clogging every time
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
oh
real.
my God.
It's probably my body telling me that I'm dehydrated and trying to make me drink water. Instead, I just eat more salty food. Yeah.
I guess that works out.
It's hard to be me. My body's like, what the hell are you doing?
But you know what? When I'm drunk, and especially if I'm out and about going to get food,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but when I order, like, say you're at Taco Bell, you order
Classic.
a 5-layer beefy bean burrito.
Duh.
And then I'm like, wait, I kind of want a little bit more. So you get like a soft potato, whatever that is.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
taco.
yeah.
And then suddenly you spend like $20
I know.
on various foods
I know.
that you don't end up
It does
touching.
add up fast. Yeah, yeah, so true.
I don't know why, but when I go to Taco Bell, I order everything.
Yeah, yeah. It's called living in abundance. No, I feel like I do when I step foot into a fast food restaurant at the end of the night is like all holds barred. Everything is fair game. We need to be treating ourselves in here like we are rich right now.
Yes. But I should
Spiritually.
not. Yeah. Heavy on the spiritually.
Specifically. Yeah.
Financially.
Right. That's a different story.
Hopeful thinking.
Yeah. Right. We are buying this with hopes and prayers.
Credit card.
I know. We'll pay it off next month. That is a next
that's a
month
next
problem.
month problem.
Yeah.
Always.
Literally. Well, should we get into your good, bad, ugly?
Good, bad, and ugly. Yes.
Let's start with your goods.
Okay. Let me pull up my notes because I came prepared.
I love it.
Okay, so I have actually there's been a lot good going on in my life recently. At least like
love
this
that.
last year, life has been on the up and up.
Yay.
Like career-wise, I made a big shift.
Mm-hmm.
I left my old job, said goodbye to consulting, and now I'm
Bye,
now
honey.
in a better place. I'm
Yeah.
not working crazy hours.
Yeah. It sounds like a much better fit for you in general. You get
Yes.
to use some of your like schooling and yeah.
I'm able to advocate for others, which
Yeah.
is something that is a passion of mine.
Yeah.
Making sure nobody is forgotten or slipping through the cracks.
Yeah.
But outside of career movements,
Yes.
my good is my best friends have moved to the city.
I
so
love it.
I've got my absolute best friend Curtis.
He's a sweetie.
That's my boy, ride or die, my meatball. He is literally, we're two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Like when you see me, you see him.
Yeah.
You see him, you see me. But he just moved in with me, which is great. Having a roommate it is different.
Yeah.
From living alone. Like that's been a shift. More of a shift for him.
Sure.
Because I am a very particular human.
Sure.
Totally. He understands this. So in that realm, great. So blessed to have him here.
Well, it sounds like you guys live well together.
Yeah.
Where was he moving from?
Iowa City.
Okay.
But we lived together in college as well.
Okay.
So
you
he
had a
already
taste.
knows what to expect with me.
That's great.
I'm just a little quirky.
Yeah, totally. Aren't we all? We've all got our quirks.
Just a little bit. And then Caesar just moved to the city as well.
I love it. Everyone's flocking to the Windy City.
Yes. The next is Sophia.
Yeah, girl.
Get here.
You have no choice. You've been promising.
You've been summoned.
Yeah, you have been summoned.
But so glad to have like my boys here in the city because we've been like long distance best friends for quite some time now. So to have all three of us here with the rest of our girlies, it's nice to.
That's so fun.
Have everyone together.
Well, and I am a big proponent of moving to Chicago will solve all of your problems.
And you know what? It will.
It literally will.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be happier.
No, literally. Everything's
You'll have a
here.
social life automatically. Yeah. I mean, it's
impossible to avoid it.
Literally.
There's so much to do here and everyone wants to hang.
And everybody is so welcoming.
Yeah.
Like I have never really
too.
met anyone that's been like closed off when I've met them. And it also helps that I've particularly been blessed to have so many like different pockets of friends.
Me too.
And every single friend group that I've interacted with has always been so welcoming, so open.
Yeah.
Not only to me, but anyone that I bring around.
Totally.
Which I feel like is hard to find in a big city.
Especially like as grown adults, you know? Like I feel like everyone's like making friends as adults is hard. You have to have hobbies, God forbid.
Honest, a hobby is so scary. Okay, you all know from last year. I actually still don't have a hobby, so
I know, it's
hit
like
me.
too much pressure.
I'm reading now. That's a hobby.
Okay, that is a hobby. That's actually one of the most classic hobbies.
I got a hobby.
Look at you.
So those are my goods.
I love it.
But again, the goods really outweigh like all the bads, all the uglies, so I can't really complain. But let's get into the bads. The street parking like specifically the metered street parking situation in Chicago.
Yeah.
Is bonkers.
No, when I learned this, I was kind of like, who made this deal and why? Like what do they have on us?
Yes. And then to find out that the reason why that happened is because it was around 2008 when the market crashed.
Yes.
And so Chicago was like, oh, we need money.
Okay.
Let's sell the rights to all of our metered parking to a company in Dubai.
Right. It makes no sense.
For how long? 80 years.
Right.
We don't have rights until like 2070 or something like that.
I feel like they thought they were making a good deal on that. And I'm sure that whatever company is out there in Dubai profiting off of this has made their money tenfold.
Oh, they probably closed that company down. Their company is just our parking meters at this point. Because think about like the marathon.
Yeah.
Anything that makes streets close in downtown Chicago.
Is so expensive now.
Oh my God.
I know.
No wonder we're broke.
Yeah, literally.
And no wonder the cannabis taxes are absolutely insane.
I know, it's not right.
Because they're making up for what they're losing out on parking by charging an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
For you to feel a little sense of happiness.
Well, I feel like it's so hard because I love that it is legalized in this state. I think that's awesome. However, that does mean they are taxing the shit out of it.
Yes.
It's like, okay.
You put it in your cart and you're like, oh, I'll only spend like $40.
Yeah.
And then it's like $62.
Right.
I'm like, wait,
Who said?
Who
Yeah.
is the price is $35.
I know.
What?
Why is it
How
doubling?
did it double?
Yeah, I know. Well, and I feel like that's what makes it like, I don't know. That's why sometimes it's like allegedly. Sometimes I'm like, underground is better.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And you know what? Yes.
Yeah.
Pricing and sometimes quality.
Right.
But there's also that.
Well, then it's risky.
Yeah.
It really just depends. Because obviously when it's more regulated, it's guaranteed to be safer. But yeah.
But then you've got all the taxes. That's why it's just honestly easier to just go to Michigan.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you could literally go to Michigan right here, right now.
Yeah.
And get 2 ounces of weed for like $90.
No, seriously.
Huh?
Right.
I'm not saying it's good weed.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
Yeah,
but I
that's
mean, it's better. It's probably better what you're getting on the street and cheaper than what you would get at the dispensary here.
Yeah. I feel like the dispensaries here are great for like edibles and things like that. But actual flower is like so unbelievably expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't typically buy like actual weed from the dispensary just because I'm not spending $50 on an eighth when I could go to Joe Schmo.
We're only spiritually rich.
Allegedly. Go to Joe Schmo allegedly to get one for $35.
No, 100%. Yeah.
So
I know.
There's
just craziness.
That. Another bad, the state of Delaware.
Yes.
So I was just on a trip there for work. I wish it was no, actually I don't wish it was for fun. I'm glad it was for work. I'm glad I didn't spend my own hard-earned money to go there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because there's nothing there. That state is like kind of not a state.
Yeah. I mean, I had to like literally look it up on a map. And I was kind of like,
even
okay.
then you were like,
Yeah, it's lackluster at best. I was kind of surprised by the small amount of space that it was taking up.
Yes.
And it is a state that you really don't hear too much about. I don't think I've ever met anyone from Delaware. I don't hear anybody brag about Delaware.
Nope, but they're the first state.
The first state, right? That's the one thing that they've got
That's the
going.
one thing that they've got going. And honestly, that was how many years ago?
Right. Right. Yeah, that is crazy. Well,
like you could drive up and down it probably twice, and that would be how long it would take you to drive through Nebraska.
Right. Which driving through Nebraska is a crazy thing to do.
Also. Why does it take 6 hours? I don't know. And it's 6 hours of like hell.
Yeah, it really is. There's nothing.
So yeah, state of Delaware, super weird.
Won't be going back.
I won't be going back.
Yeah.
0 out of 10.
Was there any good seafood? They're on the water.
I did try a crab roll for the first time.
Okay.
It was so salty.
Yeah.
Like I did not like that. They put so much butter on it. Like that crab probably was like gross.
Yeah. Are you a seafood person?
I do love a seafood boil, but like when I think of seafood boil, I think of southern seafood boils.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't think that's East Coast at all.
Yeah, it's a very different vibe.
I think East Coast is like oysters.
Yeah.
And this and that. Oysters scare me.
I love oysters.
I don't know about that one.
I love oysters, and I'm an East Coast oyster girl all the way. West Coast oysters are not flavorful enough, and for some reason they're huge, which I don't need too much meat in the mouth at once.
Too much.
No, but East Coast oysters are the way to go if you're going to try any.
I will say I did try some when I went to Rhode Island for vacation.
Okay.
So that was a good experience.
Yeah.
I didn't have a terrible experience, but it just not
your favorite.
I wouldn't go and order 12 oysters for myself.
Okay, totally.
Like a one is good for me.
Just a little taste test.
A little taste test. Another bad. Traveling for work.
Yeah. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
No. Because you get to the hotel, and you open that window, and you're like, wow.
Parking lot.
This is a great view.
Yeah.
I did have a balcony in my last hotel.
Oh, that's nice.
Could I go on it? I could. Was it safe? No.
Okay, right.
So there was a time where I like let the wind in, like
Sure.
threw some air in, but like,
Yeah.
not for me.
Yeah, at your own risk. I feel like for me, I used to glamorize traveling for work, and I thought that I wanted a job that had travel requirements. And now every time that I have to do it, I am missing out on fun activities back home.
Yep.
And I don't even get to see the place that I am visiting. I am,
Because you're literally with your client.
yes. And it's like airport, Uber, hotel, meeting, Uber, back to the airport. I'm like, okay, well, it was nice to peek out the windows a couple times.
Like, wow, this is a pretty place.
Yeah. You really just don't get to experience it. And, you know, you have your per diem or whatever
Oh my god.
that you're allowed to spend while you're there. And it's like, okay, well, I guess we're
And the
having
per diem,
cereal for breakfast.
Yes. Sometimes the per diem is like atrocious.
I know.
No shade.
No, right.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But I can't deal with the expense report afterwards.
Oh my God. No, the amount of stress when you said that was like you have to really gear up for that.
Yes.
I agree.
Because I want all of my money. Okay, long story short, I have to use my own hard-earned credit card money
Yeah.
for my work trips. So I have to get reimbursed, which takes some time.
Yeah.
So I'm just staring at like $3,000 on my credit card.
Stressful.
And like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's going to be okay. I'm going to get reimbursed for all of that.
Yeah. I know. And then you
Mark
just
my
have to be so
words.
diligent. And there's always like one receipt I forget to take or.
So what I started to do is I finished a like 42 pack of extra gum.
Okay.
And now I use that little thing as my receipt holder
Okay.
when I'm traveling.
Smart.
That way it's in one area sitting on my desk right now, so I know first thing Monday morning
Yeah. Good for you.
expenses.
I kind of just crumple them up and throw them in my purse.
I see why you have lost one or two.
Yeah. No, it's such a bad system. It's actually funny. My friend Annie, I can't remember who she said this to yesterday, but she was roasting somebody by just being like, I can only imagine what your backpack used to look like in high school. I was like, that is such a read. Crumpled up fucking papers.
You're pulling out yesterday's homework.
Really?
It's ripped in half.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's a good one. Whoops. Yeah. So having sort of an organizational system.
Yes.
So smart.
Makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't like doing it.
Yeah. No, it's not fun.
So yeah, that's the bad. The ugly.
Yep.
The CTA.
Uh-huh.
What is going on?
I know.
The Chicago Transit Authority.
No, like we've got a bone to pick with y'all.
Ghost buses, stacked buses.
Yeah.
Buses that just disappear.
Well, nowadays I'm like, okay, we have all these apps, we have all these trackers on all these buses.
And each tracker is different.
Completely different.
Which one is right?
I know. And it's like, if I can't count on any of you guys.
Yeah, I don't know who to count on in life.
Yeah. And I think it's so hard because in a big city like this, so many people, like you said, rely on public transportation, whether it's buses, trains, any of the above. Like we have all of these systems in place here.
Mm-hmm.
We have a huge city with a large number of people.
Yes.
Who don't want to pay the company in Dubai for their parking. And it is like obviously the more affordable option. But I'm like, anytime that I actually have somewhere that I know I need to be, I feel like I can't trust it
No,
to get me there on time.
never. Like I truly thought that I was leaving on time
Yeah,
today.
I know.
And I showed up like 20 minutes late.
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
Because the bus, straight up, it was like 2 minutes. And I was like, oh, perfect. And then 2 minutes come and go. And then I look back at Ventra and it's like 12.
20 minutes. Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
Right.
Then I look at maps and it's like 6.
Right.
Who is right? It turned out Ventra was actually right.
Is the bus going for a joyride? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They took a wrong turn.
Right.
Sometimes I really think the buses just like turn off their tracking.
I know.
Some way, somehow.
Well, and it's so, because we have such a grid system here. So, like, it really is only going up and down that one damn street.
Yes.
How can we not
Why?
stick to our schedule?
But then I get the infrastructure situation that we have.
Yeah.
We don't have bus lanes, which would
Yeah.
allow for buses to stay on time.
Well, sometimes I'm like, watching the bus driver maneuver while I'm on this bus. And I am like, there is no way in hell I would ever be able to drive this bus in this city.
I couldn't imagine it.
No.
These drivers are stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And like literally cutting the bus off left and right.
Yes.
Everybody's driving in the bus lane.
I have cut a bus off. In a U-Haul.
Oh no.
I was in the middle of the intersection. He tried to merge. Girl, I need to go first.
Yeah. There's only room for so many of us.
I'm in the middle of the intersection. Let me in.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's scary stuff.
It's scary. That's also another reason why I refuse to move myself ever again in the city.
Movers.
No.
Always worth the cost.
Yes. Every single time.
Yeah.
Plus, then you don't have to carry those boxes up and down the stairs.
No, and you know I'm not built for that. Absolutely not.
Just a little girl.
Yeah, seriously. I know. Well, I feel like for me, because I'm out west, I know if I'm going to take the bus somewhere, I need to count on it probably being a 50-minute trip. 40 to 50 minutes, which is hard because, you know, it really just depends on my bus transfer. I'm always going to have a transfer.
Yep.
And either that could be perfectly timed and I'm only waiting a couple minutes and then the next bus comes, or I literally am sat for like 25 minutes.
Yep. There's no in between. Actually, thankfully, the 73 was late.
Okay, there you go.
Because I was able to make my transfer.
Yeah. No, then that's the best feeling in the world. The high that I get when I'm able to make my transfer, I'm like, this is everything.
Like, yes.
Everything is bright with the world. We are at peace. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't like the CTA, but I love her at the same time.
I know.
Love-hate relationship.
I agree.
And then the very last ugly for me is the grocery costs increasing while like the regulations are decreasing.
Right.
Because one, why are eggs like $5 for Jewel brand eggs?
I know.
A 12 count. $5.
It used to be like 99 cents.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like not even like 3 years ago.
I know. It is crazy.
I used to be a big egg guy every morning. And then once those eggs started getting like $3-4.
I know. Now it's a different story.
Sorry. I guess I'll starve.
Yeah. I know. We
coffee
eat a lot of
it
eggs.
is.
No, right. Coffee for breakfast, lunch, and dinner at this point. Yeah, it is bad. And I feel like we have Trump to thank for deregulating the FDA.
Boo.
Boo. And he's the one who ruined my quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah, sad face.
There's listeria everywhere.
E. coli.
Everything. It's so bad. Like, I feel like there's always like a new meat you need to avoid at the store.
Yeah, and it's like the expensive meat.
Yeah.
Like the boar's head.
Right. Yes.
When that stuff started to go crazy, I was shocked because I was over there buying like the cheap 99 cents package thinking I was going to die.
Yeah.
While y'all spending $10 for a pound.
Right.
You're getting sick.
Well, and that's why sometimes I'm like, okay, when we start fucking with the rich people, usually they will do something about it.
Yeah, but they haven't yet.
No, they haven't.
And they're still like pushing that certain somebody. Which is
absolutely. I know. I can't wait for this to be over, truly.
You're preaching to the choir right now.
I guess by the time this episode comes out, we will know the difference.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. But I know it was crazy. Like the price of groceries these days is insane. But that's why we got to vote for Kamala.
Yes. Already did. I stood in line yesterday.
Oh, good for you.
For 2.5 hours.
Okay, damn.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
The site people were like, yeah, everywhere is like a 3-hour wait. It's going to be worse on Monday.
Yeah.
Tuesday's going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I haven't gone yet. I'm planning to go on Tuesday.
If you're going to go in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. My company does give me, I mean, they have to, I think, but they give me like 3 hours.
Oh.
Yeah, which is nice.
That's nice. They don't have to.
They don't have to?
Nope, that's not a federal thing.
Okay. I feel like there was like, my company said something about like, I don't know, on election day, like we have to let you vote.
I think a lot of companies are pushing that now because we do need voters.
Yeah. No, I'm in full support of that.
And honestly, it's a little ridiculous that like the working class, they struggle to even try to go to a polling place.
I still don't get why it's on a Tuesday. Make it on a weekend.
What?
Elections.
Oh, election?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like majority of people work during the week.
Yeah.
So let's put that on a Saturday or a Sunday.
You know what? Sam, do you want to be president?
Would you vote for me?
I would.
I actually think that has to be one of the worst jobs.
Yeah, the secrets that you would like learn.
Yeah, I'm not cut out for that.
Oh,
I can barely
no.
keep a friend's secret.
I'll keep that secret, but like if it's like a deep secret, it'll eat me up. Like
100%. That's going to weigh on me.
the secrets that they have to keep, like
Yeah.
they have to like live with knowing that UFOs and aliens
Absolutely.
exist,
Yeah.
and that they're just blatantly lying to us.
Yeah.
That what Area 51? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have to know that exists,
Right.
and lie to us every day.
I know. It is crazy.
Oh my god,
I don't have the strength.
they are legitimately professional liars. Though.
Yeah. That's so true.
So
Right.
I think I have too much integrity for that.
Yeah. Yes, you do. That's the spirit.
It's called ethics, baby.
No, and I just think like politics is so unbelievable. It's a privileged thing to say, but I miss when our politicians were just public servants. I do not need to be this. I don't need to be thinking about this hard. I really don't want to. Ignorance is bliss, like I said. You guys are supposed to just be working for the good of the people. That is not what is going on here.
No.
Absolutely not.
And I hate to be the one, but I don't think it's been that way for quite a while.
I know. I think so too.
And now
I can't tell if it's just like us, our fully developed prefrontal cortex of it all. And now I can like have a sense of reasoning and I'm processing all of this and I'm just much more aware of how things are. Or if it actually was better back in the day. Like, I really don't know.
I think it's a mixture of, yes, our prefrontal cortex is developed and how inundated we are with social media and
true.
having just media legitimately everywhere.
I mean, Kamala Harris is really texting me every damn day.
Yes. Did you, what was it? Every single time that they text, it's like, have you donated?
Yeah.
Kamala needs this.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, you don't need my $25. Let me tell you. I need it.
I need it so bad.
You are just fine.
No, for real.
But I do agree that back then, it always seemed like things were running pretty smoothly
Yeah.
with like pretty minor issues. But then again, we were in a war in the Middle East for a very long time
That's
that we
true.
were very oblivious to.
Yeah.
And said, oh, this is great.
I know.
Yeah, now hindsight 2020. We're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Well, now, like, that's the thing about, like, having access to things like social media and just being able to, like, have a window into the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, like, being able to get reports from individuals who are there on the ground.
Right.
That has really
Firsthand experience. Yeah.
changed the entire atmosphere when it comes to like that type of journalism.
Yeah. I know. And those people, like, that is so risky. But then, of course, that's why, like, the U.S. wants control of TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yep. So they can ban
Yeah.
the showing of what's going on in Palestine.
Yeah.
And places in Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yeah.
Like,
Limit
there's
our
just
access.
So many injustices that are happening underneath our noses.
Yeah.
That I feel like a lot of U.S. citizens see.
Yeah.
Because of TikTok.
Yeah, I think so too.
But
I feel like I saw more of it this year than
Yeah.
I ever have. Yeah.
agreed.
But of course, then we just want to get our hands on it and control everything.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Good old America.
I know. Messy, messy, messy.
If they can't take control of it,
Right.
they'll just find a way to get rid of it.
No, they literally want to ban it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that is my little dopamine hit at the end of the night. I
need
need
it.
it.
I need it.
No, like, I'm an addict. Let me have it. So we'll see. I'm also like, if that does happen, that's just gonna be so crazy. Like, that'll change my entire job.
That'll change so many people's jobs.
Yeah.
It'll alter how. Honestly, I think it would alter the entire economy at this point.
I do too.
Because we rely on TikTok for so much marketing.
Yes.
Getting ads out for various new brands that are coming
So many
up.
people, like, that is their main income stream now.
Exactly.
Well, and then it's also just so crazy because now we have Instagram Reels. We're going to find out about everything 3 months late.
Yeah.
I can't be that out of the loop.
Exactly. And honestly, when I go on Instagram Reels, I feel like I'm on Facebook.
No, right. It gives me the ick.
It gives me the ick.
Yes.
I'm like, I definitely have seen these videos already.
Absolutely.
They're just
These are
on
decades
a different
old.
account.
Yeah, I know. So bad. We'll see. We will absolutely see.
Yeah, and then Twitter has turned into just like
I know I miss
a
Twitter.
weird...
But then Threads was nothing.
What is Threads?
I know. I was on it for a couple of weeks and I was like, wait, I hate it here. I hate it here.
This is gross.
No. And like my Twitter feed was perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So good. Hilarious. I knew that I could log on there and have a little giggle. And so, yeah, I miss that. I really do.
I'm blessed that my Twitter is like Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I curated that Twitter feed.
Right. I put blood, sweat, and tears into this.
Hard.
Yeah.
Every single one of those like fan pages.
Yes.
I'm like liking. I'm retweeting.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
That's my algorithm.
And my algorithm.
I made it just perfect for me. Okay, well, last question for you.
Okay.
Is your hater mode activated today?
Hater mode is activated, yes.
Okay. On a Sunday. It's good to hate on things on Sundays. We got to get it all out ahead of a new week.
Yeah, I think that everybody's hater mode needs to be activated at least one time a week.
I think so too. Otherwise, it's not healthy. You got to release that energy.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And my time is typically on Sundays, so I'm not like going into the work week like irritated.
Totally.
That's typically when I'm just like decompressing from a weekend of activities.
Yep. Do you get Sunday scaries?
I have not gotten Sunday scaries in quite some time.
Okay, that's good. I feel like that's a sign that you like your job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I will say though, my Monday mornings are like slotted, so I have Monday scaries.
Okay. Yeah.
Where it's like you sit down, you see those emails from the weekend for some god awful reason, answer them, and then I go on a walk.
Okay.
I go get a coffee. I relax for a good 30 minutes.
Yeah, you
allegedly.
ease into it. Yep.
And so I ease into my week to make it a little bit more digestible.
No, that's good. Mondays are my busiest day.
Oh, no.
And I feel like part of that, I'm happy to get it over with. Like, I'm always happy about that by the time it is Tuesday.
Fair. Yep.
But on Mondays, I am stressed. So I feel like I do get Sunday scaries for that reason.
That's fair. Yeah. I avoid Monday meetings like
I know.
the plague.
That's smart.
Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are like back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Mondays and Fridays are my administrative duties.
Yeah.
So I'm like answering emails. I'm putting away emails and stuff.
Yeah.
Organizing my life.
Yeah. No, and that's nice. Like, it gives you time to just kind of set yourself up for success.
Yes.
I love my Fridays. We try to do like no meeting Fridays, which is pretty respected across the company as a whole, that's so nice.
Those people who schedule a 3 p.m. meeting on a Friday.
No, like literally get fucked. Like, go fuck yourself.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you even
don't love yourself?
Yeah. Unless it's like, actually, I was about to say if it's an emergency, okay, but
no
what emergency?
Yeah. No.
I'm not a doctor.
Exactly. I feel like at the end of the day, what I do does not matter.
It can wait.
It can wait. And it should.
Yes. I have a 24-hour policy on all of my emails.
Yeah.
Like, you'll get a response in like 24 hours.
I know. I think that is the other thing that sucks about the immediacy that we have become accustomed to because of things like social media.
Yeah.
I am like, I do not owe you an immediate response. No. I'm going to marinate on this. I'm going to think about this.
Even if it's like a yes or no like question, I'm still going to sit on it for a little bit.
Yeah, same.
Because what makes you think that I don't have other things going on right here, right now?
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't have 100% access to me 24/7.
No, and you shouldn't expect to.
And that's similar to how I feel about like social media and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like people feel as though they automatically receive that 100% like to be able to talk to you.
Yeah, I know.
24/7, any time of the day.
That's even socially between friends, it feels that way sometimes. Like, I'm so bad at texting back.
Yes.
I wish I was better at it. I really do.
I am too.
But I'm so bad.
Like, all of my close friends know that if I don't text back, it's nothing personal.
Ever.
I'm not mad.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I was mad or upset, you're going to know.
You would know.
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
But I'm not like maliciously ignoring somebody. It's truly sometimes a text message will come through. I look at it in my brain. I respond.
I know. Same. I'm the exact same.
I don't type it out for some reason.
Well, and then I feel like I'm like, okay, I know what I kind of want to say, but I want to just come back to this in a little bit.
Yeah.
And then it turns out a little bit is 3 days.
And then 3 days later, you're like,
oh, fuck.
Oh, wait, shit.
Yeah. Every time without fail.
And then you get into like, I've fallen trapped to this when it's like, well, is it too late?
Oh my God, I know.
Like it's been like a week.
Yeah, like my bad, girl.
My bad.
Yeah. I know, and then I'm like, do I want to apologize or do I just want to respond?
Yes.
And keep it normal?
Because then it's like if I respond and apologize, then they're going to expect that this is a one-time
Which
deal.
It's not.
And
we all know it's not. Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is me.
Right. Take me as I am.
This is me.
This is real. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Now.
Hell yeah. Well, on that note, thank you for coming on this pod.
Thank you for having me again.
My pleasure.
Love Pessimistic at Best.
You're the best. Well, we love to have you. Returning guest.
Yeah.
Friend of the pod.
Next season.
Absolutely.
I'll be there.
Love it.
Call me, text me.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Look at us. Maybe we need to watch some Disney Channel
Stop.
over this.
Disney. Call us.
Well, thank you guys for listening. We will be back with another episode next week. Bye.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
And that's a wrap. I had fun. How about you? As always, thank you for living, laughing, loving, and most importantly, listening to my podcast. Want to stay in the loop? You can find us at Pessimistic at Best on Instagram, or if it's me you're looking for, that'll be at Sam Georgeson on all platforms. Don't forget to rate and review the show, and if bonus content is your thing, you can gain access to extra episodes by joining our Patreon. The link is in our show notes. And last but certainly not least, shout out to James for being the brains behind this operation. Couldn't do it without you, honey. Okay, see you next week.